the third tip that I wanted to talk about, it's kind of like a slight side track of tucking. It's linked to tucking, but it's not specifically tucking. And I am going to use a C major scale to demonstrate this. So what this is placing the next shape after you've tucked. So it's not talked about a whole lot. We do actually often talk about tucking in harping, but the actual placing of the shape that happens after the tuck. So for example, in a C major scale, we're going to have 4 fingers and then a tuck. Oh, sorry, I didn't realise my F sharp was on. That was funky, wasn't it? Let's try that again. And then a tuck, and then a place of the next shape. Did you see me placing there? And then a tuck, and a place. Another tuck, and a place. And similarly, when I come back down, I know Ethna asked about an ascending, but let's look at descending. We've got a tuck, and then a place. A tuck, and a place. Here's my tuck, and then I place the shape. So the point I'm trying to make here is that the tucking is important for linking the shapes, but the other thing that's really important is placing the shape that comes after the tuck. And what you don't want to do, or you want to try and avoid as much as possible, is unfurling your hand too much onto the strings. What do I mean by that? Well, let's take the C major scale as an example. I have 4 fingers, and then a tuck, and another 4 fingers. Here's my tuck, and here's my other 4 fingers. Now, you'll notice that my hand is in this position with my 4th finger placed after the tuck, and I have to a certain extent, unfurl my hands onto the strings. So yes, my third is placing onto the string ever so slightly before my other fingers. But what I'm not doing is this finger, and then this finger, and then this finger. So I'm not purposefully placing individual fingers. I'm really thinking about unfolding my hand into the 3-finger shape. Okay, my 4th is always already placed. I know it's a 4-finger shape, but my 4th is already there. So I come up my shape, my scale, I tuck my 4th, and then I unfurl the whole shape onto the strings. Do you see that? So it doesn't go like this. It goes like this. All right. And it doesn't matter what shape you're unfolding to. Let's say you were playing an arpeggio and you were tucking a 3, unfold. Okay. So you really want to unfold those fingers onto the strings, or maybe you were tucking an arpeggio and then a first inversion. So you tuck your 4, and then you want to just get those fingers onto that shape as quickly as you can, all 3 of them. What you don't want to do that's especially not what we want to do, because that time, if you noticed, I actually plucked the 4th before I'd placed my thumb. We don't want this. We want as quickly as possible to get that shape secured, advanced placing, place. And you're good to go for the rest of the shape. And it doesn't matter if you're placing a first inversion like that, or if you're placing 4 fingers like on your scale. You want to just get those fingers unfurled onto the scale. So if I play a whole scale for you going up, and coming down, very clearly that the shape is getting placed. And my little tip to help you guys practice this, slightly different. I'm still going to be using these strings down here, the B and the C. this just sounds nice. This is the only reason why I like to do it this way. So I've got my thumb on the B this time, so I'm already in a tuck position. I've got my 4 on the C. I'm plucking my thumb, and then I'm going to place on a D, E, G. Why am I placing on a D, E, G? Honestly, because it sounds nice. B, place, C chord. B, place. The other reason actually it's nice to do this is because it's a slightly trickier placing than just a scale, because your thumb's stretching one note further, but it's not as hard as placing, you know, an arpeggio shape or something like this. So there's your little exercise for that one. Place. Sounds nice, doesn't it? And you can do it in both hands. Place. Place. You could do your hands together. Place.